gentlemen, thank you very much for the invitation, Casper, first of all. And let's start with the warm-up. If you can all give an applause for the staff of the Orange Grove, because I think this is a great thing what's happening here. And I think they deserve that. And if you can also give an encouraging applause to the people who are going to participate in this competition also, you know, these young people with these ideas. And I have to tell you, I mean, when Casper first called me up, I thought for a moment that I was Donald Trump and I was going to participate in a Greek touch version of The Apprentice. We're not going to do that tonight, I promise you, but we have 4 great judges here. 2 from abroad, 2 from Greece. And I think it's very important that you're here. We thank you, especially the ones who came from far away. And I want to invite each one of you, one by one, up here. I'll start with Amos Talmor, who is really a startup guru, from what I understand, from what I gather in Israel. So I want you to tell to tell the rest of us why you're here and what you're looking for when you are going to interview these people.
First of all, of course, I would like to say thank you very much for inviting me. I think this is, for me, an honor to be here. It's my first time here, not in Athens. I was in Athens a couple of times, or one time long ago. But in this dress that I'm here today, as Lighthouse owner, I'll explain in a minute. I'm in the ecosystem for the last 15 years. I had participated, invested, exit and things like that in the last 15 years, couple of good companies. The one who wants to learn more, just get into LinkedIn, they will find everything there. I'm very open. Getting the long list will be terrible. And I'm very much, I've judged in several occasions, definitely most of them in Israel, once in the States. And the first time for me to come to Greece to be a judge is an honor. I'm very curious to see and to hear about the companies here. I'm sure there will be a talent. I don't think there is a big difference between the Israeli young guys talented and the people in Greece. So I'm sure I'm going to be surprised today, and I'm happy to be here.
Thank you. I almost hope we're going to have you back as an investor in one of these companies we're going to see
I hope
today.
so too. Thank you very much.
Now, John Fox is also here. He came from far away. He came from San Francisco. I'll tell you the secret. He told me he came for the beer. It's a long way to come for the beer, but John, if you can tell us, what you're doing and why you're here.
Okay, yeah, my name is John Fox, and actually this is my 4th visit to Athens in the last 3 years, so I wanted to let everybody know I'm changing my name to Yanni Alapou. I'm actually I'm extremely pleased to be here. I'm by training and by disposition, I'm a software engineer, I'm a product engineer. I build products that are built to last, that delight people. And in order to be able to say that with any credibility, I have to say that I built a lot of products that didn't succeed. And I've founded companies that have succeeded and others that haven't. So the first and primary thing to say is that to get to be good at something, you have to not be good at it and you have to push on through. So that's a bit of encouragement for the people that are here, and also a call for understanding and patience on the people who are looking to see what is this crazy thing and why are we doing these events and why is this person coming and wearing a pink pussy hat. So sometimes you just have to be a little bit, to get a little bit informal to be able to connect with people. So I currently work at Netflix. So if anybody has lost themselves for hours or days at a time watching Orange is the New Black or House of Cards, or the new unannounced, I hope there's nobody here from the press, the new unannounced series called Narcos. Just kidding. So I think. Anyway, yeah, I work at there, and I will be here to judge severely but friendlily, and I will be here also tomorrow to help mentor some of the companies, and thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, John. Now let me ask Akis Markatos to come up here and explain to us what he's doing and what he wants to hear from these people who are going to be interviewed very
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for having me. I actually have experience from the venture capital world in both sides. I was very young, working for optical fiber communications at the University College London when I got my first, fundraising for a company. So at that time was my first touch with venture capital, early 80s in London. And then I came back to Greece. I worked for University of Athens, for University College London. I've worked also for starting the internet and multimedia era in a big telecommunication group in Greece for the Dracom group of companies. Then I moved to the other side of the venture capital world. We established with some other friends Attica Ventures, so one of the very early VC funds by the Taneo funds, the new economy funds, when we invested more than 40 million euros in a lot of companies, some of them with very good exit, and also some of them were introduced and with an IPO to Athens Stock Exchange. And now, after that, I went to mergers and acquisitions, working for Forthnet, a telecom operator in Greece, and now I'm running as a general director, one of the biggest infrastructure projects in Greece, which is the National Cadastre, which I hope Alexis is going to finish by 2020, as the MOU says. And, but also I have also connections with the investment community because this is something that I really like. And I hope that today we'll see interesting and very good startups. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Now, if you have a good idea and you need money, you can go to the next judge, Nikos Antoniou, who works for Piraeus Bank, and he's in the front line of all this. Nico?
Actually, I need to make a correction. Money was available until September because we were lucky to deploy all the money that we had, all 15 million euros that we had raised as a fund back in 2012. We made 21 investments the past 4 years, and I've been lucky to be part of this ecosystem since 2010, at the infancy of this new technology ecosystem of startups. And I've been lucky to work with and invest in some great companies that came out of that, like Polfish and Intel and Mist.io and several other ones. And in the very, very early days, I was part of the team that invested in Taxibit as well. For you guys that you know, it's the biggest success that has come out of this ecosystem. But people who are inside here, like Thanasis, knows that there are other companies up and coming that they might look, Taxibit looks small actually. In the next couple of years. I was happy to, as I said before, work with many 20 companies, the companies that we invested, and also happy to work with many others, hundreds of other teams that I had a chance to look at. I want to thank the people who invited me here today, and I'm still looking at great companies because what we started 4 years ago or 6 years ago, we hope we can take it to the next iteration in the next couple of months and provide the capital for great minds to create great products and great companies out of Greece. Thank you.
Thank you, Nico.
Audio Jungle.